Monday.
Monday, Monday, Monday.
Monday, Monday, Monday.
I wanna. Can I have a little segment real quick?
Yes.
You want to do what?
I said, can I have a little segment real quick? I've had a
Yeah,
recent.
whatever the fuck.
He froze out. I don't know what the fuck he just said.
Gang.
Type shit though. Type shit.
Eh?
I cannot hear you for diddly shit. Excuse me.
I'm just kidding.
Me too. It's Save is the only one that's actually frozen to fuck.
Yeah, actually, in a blender currently.
Rep.
We will probably see him
In the next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
In the next episode, can Save's internet handle the podcast? Or will he
Damn, he
depart?
left, bro. He did not want to see my
Or will
section
he?
of the podcast.
Will he depart? Oh,
He's
how'd
back.
you
He's
do
back.
that? He immediately spawned back. I didn't even have to.
Wait, am I back?
You're back.
Yes, you are.
Oh,
What were you saying about my segment?
all I was gonna say is you can have whatever you want.
Oh, thanks.
Take as much time as you need.
I've
What
had
the fuck?
I've had a recent obsession. I go through these ebb and flow, you know what I mean? I just pick some. Well, I just find stuff randomly to obsess over. Recently, it's been bags. So I have this small. I don't have it here, but I have a small like. Actually, I think Save, you have a Lululemon sling, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I have like a $5 whatever Ross sling. Like it's been whatever. It's served me well for the last 5 years. Or sorry,
Is that what they're called now? Slings?
It's what they've always been called, baby. You just
Not
didn't know it.
crossbody, baby.
Crossbody bag slings, interchangeable. They're a little different, but anyway, slings in particular. So I had one and it was fine. It was whatever. But I was like, you know what? I want to carry more stuff in here, and this is not what I want organization wise. So I took the deepest dive into the world of just bags, different materials, different organization setups, companies I've never fucking heard of, price points that would make you want to fucking throw up.
Here comes the sponsor. Here comes the
Today
name drop.
is sponsored by. No, it's not sponsored by anybody. But there is this company that I found called Pact. That is my second best bag that I was able to find. The reason I didn't get the first bag. Wait, can you guess how much this is? Super normal ass looking bag. You probably wouldn't.
$140.
I'm gonna say $90.
Okay. It's actually somewhere in the middle between both of you. It's 100. It was $120. But so first of all, very durable. But also it has a nice strap to be able to grab it from the front or the side or this side or upside down. It has straps everywhere. Pretty nice. I have these little things right here that I ended up using a camera strap so I could quickly release it and then like have it on my shoulder whenever I want, or I could use it as a pouch. And then it has a small pocket that goes the entire length of the bag. I already got stuff in there, bro. I'm so hyped. And then in here,
This is what being an adult is all about, guys. I just want to say
it has all my
really cool bag.
It has all the organization I need. So it has like a mesh pocket here. I'm developing like a smaller everyday carry, like what I need, like chargers, SD cards. I have an audio pack in here all the time if I ever want to spontaneously film a video. A notebook for video ideas, and it has its own pen holder. This is what I've been doing for the past 2 weeks, everybody. It's been my life. So the reason I didn't get the first bag that I wanted was because it's not sold until October. October is when they restock. But that bag, I'm going to buy it. So I'm going to have 2 bags. But that bag might be my personal perfect bag. That's like the most perfect bag. It's called the Toshi 5-liter sling. It's amazing. That's all. I appreciate the segment. Any questions from the crowd?
yeah, you don't think that bag is too big, like to wear on your body?
Yeah, I think that bag absolutely fucking stinks.
No. I don't think
That's a really nice bag, though.
No, I'm hyped to see you be so hype about it, though.
Bro, it's been a mission. I have 4 other bags in the living room right now that I've just been testing. Like I said, material, organization, like how different companies do everything. It's been nuts.
So if you had to pick one quality from that bag, what is its greatest quality? What is its
This
best
one?
attribute?
The one that I have.
Yes, this number 2 best bag.
I would say I threw it too far. Here it is. Its use of space is honestly what I'm like in love with. There's so many bags where like you'll have this front pocket, let's say. Like this pocket will be like half of the length of the bag. Every pocket in here is the entire length of this bag. So like in here, I have like my wallet and keys, but like I can throw so much stuff in here. And then this main pocket, I could throw so much stuff in here. And then there's a secret back pocket that I didn't even talk about that you can throw everything you want in there. It's a smaller, like kind of just like secret slit, but it's the entirety of the bag.
Whoa.
Me your secret slip, baby.
But this bag
Hey.
uses its space incredibly, incredibly well. And there's so many bags that will like I said, just leave you with like a half pocket or like some sort of, and I'm just like, why? Why do that? Just give me the bag. I have
It
this
looks like a
whole thing.
Nintendo Switch bag, honestly.
You could put a Switch in here. Probably. No, I think you could. But yeah, it's been awesome. And then the quality's nice. So yeah, I don't know. I'm excited for the other bag. But that bag and the new bag that I'm going to get is going to be like, probably, I'm going to be set for a long time. Hopefully. But yeah, it's been nice. It's been fun.
I'm telling you, the joys of being an adult.
Bro, it's been nice.
Get hype off of a bag.
Mm-hmm.
No, going hard in the paint. No, I like bags with it seems like its functionality seems to be a thing for you.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Organization, functionality. Give me both of these things. I'm in love.
I'm the complete opposite. I just need a bag. I'm a minimalist, bro.
You just need
As long as I can put my keys and my like cards, so I don't have to carry a wallet. That's all I give a fuck about.
There are
Maybe
bags,
a battery pack.
There are bags for that. I know. I like.
I have one.
You're saying this, and I know bags specifically for this, like very specifically for this.
But I have. Okay, send them over to me.
You
Maybe I'll get it.
You have one, yes. But there are some that are like specifically, like they have card slots for what you're talking about. It's a company called Alpaca. I'll send you some.
Shoot them over. I'm not trying to spend fucking $110 on a bag though.
No, Alpaca is like probably one of the more affordable ones. That and like a company called Tom Talk.
Oh, are you trying to say I can't afford $110?
I mean, listen, you said it, not me.
I just said I'm not trying to spend $110.
Okay. If you want to split
That doesn't
hairs,
mean I can't afford it.
if you want to split hairs that way, that's fine. Yeah, you
That doesn't mean I can't afford
have
it.
nothing to prove to me.
No, now I got to go buy one of those bags and bring it on the show next week.
I'll send you the link. I'll send you the link. Okay. It'll say affiliate on it, but you don't worry about that. Okay. You spend whatever you want.
Oh, the more I spend, the more you make. So there you go.
There you go. Exactly.
That was your plan all along, wasn't it?
I mean,
That is
if you hit the link, I mean, let's see what happens from there.
sick, twisted in the mind.
I know. What a fucking manipulator, bro.
You know, there's levels to
The
it.
biggest manipulator, master manipulator.
I'm just the master debater.
What a good episode. Literally.
We've been gone for 2 weeks.
Bro, people are mad.
Oh,
They're about to be mad.
dude, they're about to be real mad, bro. We got a good 4 minutes out of it though. He saw the bag segment. That's the important part.
Good, important. Good high quality there, but and we have. Oh well, I should probably wait for when he comes back.
I don't know if he's coming back.
He's gonna step out and then step in the quick. What
were you gonna say?
I like how it caught him rubbing his chin. He looks very insightful. He looks very like
hella studious.
Ambiguous thought.
Ambiguous thought. Yo, you got the mud flap on the camera lens?
You like that shit? The mud. That's just like a little diaper hinge right there and all. I like this. I do like this case though. It's got the little mud flap, right? And then whatever. I mean, that does get kind of annoying when I'm trying to record something real fast, but then it has a little magna fucking, so I just drop it on the charger. So
Yeah, it is cool. Cause yeah, I mean, you get your lenses are all protected, so that's sick.
I don't care about those lenses.
Oh, well then fucking take the mud flap off.
I can't. I think it'll break it. And then I think my son will be very, very frustrated with me. All right, let's see if it pops off. No, it doesn't pop off. Bitch. If I break it off and he's mad at me, what am I going to say to him, Zero?
No, don't break it then. Don't break it. Wait, does it allow you to like that mud flap? Do you like open it and it like lets you prop it up or anything?
Yes.
Or it's purely to okay, that makes sense. That makes way more sense. Yeah. Then don't break it.
Mud flap for the fucking desktop Netflix shows. Yeah, I don't know. Poor Save. He can his fucking poor computer crashed, dude. R.I.P. Rip, dude.
You don't want to be saved. Don't save him.
Oh my god.
How you doing, Pletch? What are you up to? It's fucking hot.
You know, dude, just fucking trying to fulfill these prophecies.
What does that even mean?
No, I found this really fun page on X. Shout out to the Frog Mage, and they just post really fucking funny videos, or not videos, like memes, bro. Of like, it's like it'd be like a frog wizard, and it'd be like the sorrow has subsided, but the horrors maintain, or like some stupid.
But is it like an animation, or is it just me? Is just like photo memes?
It's like AI. It's like an AI meme. Hold on, let me show you one, bro.
Okay.
This one literally has me by the balls.
Bro, I've tried. Huh?
Wait, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say I've tried to go on Twitter so many times. I'm just like not a Twitter guy. I like reinstalled and deleted it so many times.
Okay, there's two. I really like this one. I don't know if you can see it.
Hate not the player, for the game is thy true enemy. That's funny.
That is fucking insane, bro. And there's another.
Some of the AI memes are really funny.
Yeah. So it's like a little AI page. Shout out Frog Mage. Yeah, dude. I'm dancing a lot more now, bro.
I've been seeing your videos a lot.
A lot more. The gym. Dancing a lot more. I'm trying to read more. Matter of fact, I got another Star Wars book on my fucking desk. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I really talked with you boys about it, but I have a herniated disc in my back, which has been causing some real issues. So yeah, I've just been really thankful to be dancing, bro. Even though like there's times I can't feel my feet, like, or I can't feel my toes. It's like, fuck, man. Yeah, and trying to do physical therapy for that. Yeah. But other than that, trucking.
Yeah, that's rough. I think you did tell us about it briefly, but not like in depth or anything. So I didn't know if that was still still something that we're doing along with.
Well, here's the problem. Is I'll go 3 or 4 days, bro, right? And I'll feel solid. Back feels good. I'm getting up and down, whatever. Then there'll be like these last like 3 or 4 days, bro. I have hurt I'm standing up and it's taking me like I'm walking like an old man, hunched over like, and then I can move. So that's the only part that's getting me. It's like, because when it's good, it's great, but when I don't know what it is I'm doing to aggravate it in such a manner, to have me fucking all hunchback of Notre Dame. But I gotta figure that shit out because that's not the business.
Yeah, you could even be like you might even sleep wrong. It sounds like, right? Or is it like midday it could flare up and be like, oof?
You know what? I used to sleep on my tum-tum like a bad boy, right? But I'm no more tum-tum sleeper, bro. I can't. I wake up and it hurts. Yeah, they say it's bad for your back, and now I see.
Although it's weird. I don't know how it could be, but I just haven't looked into it. But I stopped that a while back because I heard that, and then as a kid, for some reason as a kid I was just like, let me just kick it now, kick the habit, because that's the best way to sleep, bro.
Yeah,
The devil made that position, bro, because it's too good. It's ridiculous.
uh there I think that there is ish fuck, because I don't want to be like a conspiracy theorist on everything, right? But I think that there's serious issues with the ways that humans choose to sleep now, not only just the way that we sleep, but like we have these cushioned things and it's so soft and molds to your body and all this shit, and it's like, yo, but is that really good for our body though? Like, people talk about like, oh, it's like the same type of stuff that people in space use for this and that. It's like, yeah, but doesn't their muscles like atrophy after a while because it's not being used right? Like, and we spend a lot of time in our beds, so like, is this not like long term, is it not good for us? So I do think that there's a problem with the beds. I think I have a problem with this bed in particular too.
I think to some degree, I get what you're saying. Like, I think the general like thought process is probably like evolutionarily we weren't designed around beds or anything like that. Um, but I like to believe that there's a lot of work that goes into like the wealth, because realistically, back in the day, you wanted to be as comfortable as possible sleeping. Like, if it wasn't made of hay, it was made of down. It wasn't made of, obviously on the fancy end, it was made of down, but it was always with something plush and soft. Um, Once you got the wherewithal to be like, oh, my bed could be soft, that's nice, that's better. But as science progresses and stuff, I'm sure we've looked at it and be like, it's probably better if your bed conforms to you in X ways and these ways, so that way you're not fucking your back all the time.
Indeed.
I would hope. There he is. What's up, Save? Welcome back.
I have no idea what's going on with my fucking internet right now. It's driving me nuts.
What do you have? You have Cox, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's problem number one.
That's your first.
They're the only ones that have high-speed internet in this area.
I'm the same. I have the same thing.
It's the thing that doesn't make any sense though is the modem is fine, like the modem light is on, but then the internet just goes out, and the modem light is still on, like it's still connected to the internet.
You have too many windows open.
I have one window open. My
Which
phone's
one?
not even on the Wi-Fi.
Close the porn browser, bro. What the fuck is going on? The one window you have open. Come on.
I would never watch porn on my gaming computer ever.
Why?
Why not?
Live life on
Well,
the
first
edge.
of all, I feel awkward like jacking off sitting in a chair. That's fucking weird. Especially when I have a camera right here. Like,
You've never lived, bro. What, you can't cover it? You're not into some kink shame?
I have a phone.
What?
I have a phone.
What about your phone?
That's the best place to watch porn.
You know how much bigger your screen is right in front of you? Probably like
What do I need it to be
times
bigger, though?
Everything's bigger. You can feel more ashamed because the dick on your screen is bigger than yours.
Plus, I don't know if you noticed, there's a window right here.
I also see that it's covered.
It's not very thick.
Bro, it doesn't matter if I have a microscope to your fucking windowsill right there. I can't see through those blinds.
I like how he said, "I'm not doing it sitting in a chair." It's like, it is kind of weird, like sitting in a chair, like not lying on a bed or like standing in front of a mirror or something.
Stay in front of a mirror? Are you kidding me? That's fucking demented.
No, it's not. You've never stood in front of a mirror and done it?
No.
Why?
That's fucked. What? Why am I staring into my own soul fucking rock hard? That's insane.
Now you kink shame, huh?
Yeah.
Whoa, now you're fucking true color show, dude.
I never said we're all inclusive here. What the fuck is wrong with y'all?
Hey, can I ask something? Because this was a serious thought that I had and I was kind of having problems with
fuck,
this.
I'm nervous.
How are
now
you gonna ask us about jerking off in front of a mirror and then talk about serious thoughts?
Because I think it's applicable, right? So like
shit. It's gonna be like, for those of you that agree that you could cut your dick off, do you agree that you can watch yourself?
No, we're not doing
No,
What's up?
like
What's up?
there's okay, right now, right? It says like it's not. I'm not jerking off in front of my game. It's where I do my work, blah blah blah. It's like, dude, I'm not doing that because I'm not sitting in a chair. It's like, like that's where he drew the
That was
line
the first
was
thing.
there, right? Like it's right there, bro. That's the first line he's drawn it. But then there's other stuff, right? Like we've had, like, let's rewind to earlier podcasts, right? Like there's been some other shit where we're like really you like really you're gonna let people think like that, or oh you really think people should live like that, or oh from first podcast all the way up to now, right? um what would you guys call that, right? Is that like inconsistencies from us as people, right? Like because I'm just thinking, like I was thinking to myself, like am I being inconsistent, or is it just is it complexity, right? Like, or is it just because we're kind of complex on different topics, I guess? Do you guys, does the question make sense?
No, not to me. It
I think
doesn't.
you're saying
I was
like
like, "Where's the
why,
question?"
like why is the bar set here for this and not for this? Is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
are we being inconsistent, or are we
Yeah.
being complex on certain things?
I think
I still don't understand the question.
so. He's basically saying like, oh, you can't put your bare ass to the seat, but you're allowed to like let people. I don't know, fucking. I don't know. I don't know what a good comparison would be. Like the bar is set, I guess, lower.
Okay.
There's a threshold that you're not willing to cross, but you're like, if somebody else wants to do it, whatever. That's like is that what you're saying?
Yeah, like say if I remember correctly, we have pulled out a I'm just gonna say it. There's been a vibrator on this podcast before, right? Right? But dude,
Oh shit!
jerking
I
off in the
forgot that.
chair is wild. Like that's wild for
Well,
you.
first of all, let's just get this straight. The vibrator wasn't mine, okay? It just had so happened to be left in a drawer that was in my house.
That you put your hands on. The fuck?
Well, I mean, I was the one who helped use it. What the
Crazy work.
fuck?
Crazy work.
So wait, what you're saying is like it's not weird that I pulled a vibrator out in from one of my drawers, but it is weird that like I won't masturbate in front of my computer.
Yeah, I guess it's just a weird place to draw the line. Like, like that's just like, I don't know. And I don't want to say that you're inconsistent as a person. I don't want to say that. Might be a little true, right? But I just think
For the record, for the people that don't know what episode we're talking about, it was like a little lipstick vibrator. It wasn't like some big ass fucking.
Oh yeah, it was a little buzzer. It was like this big, like there's a.
Oh, I thought you had one in your hand, bro. I was about to say. Yeah.
He was ready for that segment.
Yeah, because no, there's just been stuff where like I noticed, like there's some stuff we get kind of hard drawn on, right? Where we'll super draw a line, and then I've noticed other stuff where we're kind of like, oh well, like and I know some of it's for the sake of the conversation, but sometimes I wonder, it's like, have you guys ever? Well, I guess that's a question. Is have you ever thought of that, of your own, some of the stuff I guess we've said here on the show? Like, am I being inconsistent, or is it just because we're complex, or has that ever crossed your minds?
I feel like I think Save should go first.
Yeah, I have thought about that a lot. Like I wish I had time to go back and watch every single episode we've ever put out, right? And be like I wonder if you asked me the same questions that you asked me in like episode 5, if my questions would be the same, or if they've changed throughout like the course of our conversations or my conversation with somebody else. Which I don't think that's like a lack of consistency. I just think things change over time.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I think the bar could be, it's different depending on what it is. I think sometimes it's just preference too, where sometimes you'll have a bar for yourself because you just don't like a thing or you don't want to participate in a thing, but you don't see it being wrong in general, if that makes sense. Like it's not wrong for you to jerk off in front of your computer, but it's just not something that Cisco will do.
This is like a sacred compute. Like no porn will ever be played on this thing. Video games, absolutely.
I think mine is
Porn, not so much.
seldom. It's only happened really twice.
Well,
On your computer?
Mhm.
Good for you. Twitter or like the hub?
Come on, man. I got candles going on. Like I got videos prepared. Let's be classy about it if I'm gonna use this machine.
He's like, it's not just a quick.
I'm not doing no X. I'm making sure I got a couple of hours to kill.
Damn,
Got
couple
the
hours.
lotion.
Crazy.
Got the
light
lotion,
a
bro.
candle.
I love myself. Okay.
No, on some real shit though. Have you ever like had a masturbation session that was like that?
Not with candles.
Well, no, not candles, but you like set it up, like fold your napkin or towel or whatever you choose to use, like down nice
Sand, a
and
beach blanket.
get all warm, like warm your hands up a little bit.
Petroleum jelly. No, I'm just playing. No, yeah, for sure.
No, I just get busy.
I've definitely added to it. Like I'm gonna build up to it, bro. I'm gonna chill out. Let's vibe out a little bit.
Really, you've done it to where you build it up.
Yeah.
Not me. I'm just like, oh well, shit. Well, it's about that time.
You're like, wake
Get
up.
up.
Now I've only done that. It's very seldom that I've ever done that.
No, if I ever have to like wake them up, I'm not doing it.
Oh, you're ready. When you're ready, you're just like, well, all right.
Yeah, what? I'm like, he's like, hey, what's up, dog? Like you got like 10 minutes to kill. You down? And I'm like, yeah, why not?
That's funny. I mean, it'll depend. How are we so deep on this topic right now? No pun intended.
Corpse is real quiet about it though.
I know. I was letting you guys talk. I was like, huh,
Bunch of
interesting.
pontificating on our
We've talked about this on the podcast before,
on our
though.
meat processing.
There was definitely sounds like you take yourself on a date, almost like you're taking yourself on a date there, bud. Like, you know, like, hey,
I've done it. I've only done it like twice, but it was, you know what? It was a nice experience. I'll never dog anybody. I'll let you know. It's respectable, I think.
I think you guys dogged me on one thing. I don't know if both of y'all did, but I think D did for sure. Like I'm like a how do I want to say this? I'm a like non-lubricated type of guy.
No, I don't think I dogged you because I'm the same way.
Go like this for 1 second, D. Like a little bit higher.
Exactly.
A little bit higher, right? A little, right there. There you go.
Today's sponsor, cocoa butter. Bro, this
That's
lotion
just there
awesome,
to stay
though.
moisturized.
This thing is awesome.
did I don't know. I don't remember dogging you for going dry
I'm
rub.
pretty sure one of y'all did. I thought y'all did.
I feel like not me. For not going lubricated, yeah, I don't do that.
I don't think I would knock you for dry rub.
Dry
Dry
rub
rub's
is
awesome.
crazy work. Dry rub is just the word is crazy, or the wordplay is nuts.
Oh fuck! And I'll tell you exactly why. What happened? One time, I was probably like late teens. I had to have been like 16, I want to say. And there was like this shampoo or bath soap or something in the bathroom. Obviously, I shared the bathroom with my two sisters.
Jeez.
And it had like these beads in it, bro. So I'm like, oh yeah, you know, we go get a little sensational, you know, little
That
little
tactical
texture,
feeling.
a little texture. I should have read the label.
Does the label say "Do not jerk off with this product"?
They were heating beads.
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
And ever since then, I said never again will I put any type of thing like that on me. Ever.
Ouch!
It was not fun. It was cool at first, and then I guess I didn't realize how much I applied.
You're an applier.
It was yeah, it was not fun. It was not a good time.
Rigmarole there, bud. You gotta be careful, kids.
Don't put stuff on your dick.
Yeah, just go read a book. Go ride a bike.
Read a book.
Do something productive. But if you must spank your weasel, do it safely.
What's
and
safe?
without.
What is safe? Wear a condom when you jerk off.
Don't use.
I used to do
semen.
that.
Be so safe. Wear 2 condoms
Really?
I used to do that. Yeah, absolutely.
to get like used to the sensation or what?
Just so that there was no mess. And then I started realizing it's like messier. And then
Yeah.
my hands smell like fucking balloons.
Latex.
I get what you. I
Smell like a balloon animal.
Hey, Cisco, why do you always smell like fucking the doctor's office?
Oh shit.
Oh my god, you smell like a. Oh, never mind. I was about to say something really different. Just different.
If anybody saw like the amount of rappers that would be in my trash can, they'd think like I was the man, bro.
That you were just
But little do they
laying
know
down mad pipe Mario
You just-
style.
that it was just me by myself, a man in his thoughts.
Piping your hand out, dude.
That could be a double entendre. A man in his thoughts.
Damn, dog. Like thoughts, but like also like that thought.
But like thoughts, but like also like spell out thoughts and you get like something else. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying.
yeah.
Like it's an
Like where you going with
anagram.
that?
So also like maybe a quadruple entendre.
Hello.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Birthday, baby. Good night.
Good night.
Bye. Oh my god. They're coming out the woodwork. Hello.
All the jits, bro.
Peace.
Like she's like, look, I'm famous. I'm on TV.
Dude, there's millions of people watching you right now. Bye.
Be ready for school tomorrow. Okay? Go. Yes, those are my friends.
Are you talking to them?
I am trying to talk to them. So close the door, please. I love
Bro,
you, baby.
Corpse's hair is so luscious.
Bro, he's got a long lion's mane. You are not on mute.
Oh shit! I thought I had put it on mute. Well, yeah, no, they have first day of school tomorrow, so I told her to make sure to send them in. So I tell them good night before they.
Oh
go to
hell yeah, that's the best.
That's cool.
Damn, they're going back to school late.
Yeah, first day. Well, they go to a private school, so
What,
their
Oh.
their first day's coming up.
wasn't everybody going back? It was just last week, no? That everybody was going back to school?
Peanut's been in school for like 3 weeks now,
Oh, damn.
or 2.5 weeks, or something like that.
Like that's one of those things I'm not very consistent about. I feel, and it's I guess that's some that's kind of been fucking with me. Is they go to a Christian school, but I don't care that it's a Christian school, and I really want to pull them out. Like, I really want to pull them out because they're just. I feel like they're not doing well by our family. As a private school.
How do you mean?
So the kids' tuition is so much, right? And if the parents or family of the children volunteer at the school, tuition is so much. If parents are employed by the school or family members, tuition will be so much, right? And so not only has his grandma volunteered there consistently for several years, his mom now is on her second year of volunteering there, and we're still forking it out, right? And there was a point where we weren't even like privy to this of like, oh, what? Like we're supposed to have a lower tuition because grandma's there? Like, oh yeah, oh, no one told us. Like, what? Like, and that was my first like, yeah, no, fuck you guys. You guys knew, and you guys just didn't want to say anything. And so that's kind of some of that stuff. Are like, hey,
These Christians are money hungry, dog. Just saying.
Everybody's
business
hungry.
is business. And whoever's doing business is going to be money hungry, right? There's very few growing businesses that I know of that are on the up and up like that, right? Like 100% through and through on the up and up. Everyone is making a dollar because somebody else is getting fucked over. You know what I'm saying? And it bothers me. Like I pay a lot of taxes for public schools, so why am I double paying?
But was it your idea to put him in private school?
I was gonna say also to some degree, I don't like to be like a Actually, I do like to be an optimistic person.
You're one of the most optimistic people I know.
I feel like a lot of the times I'll listen to people because I talk to me and Safe. I guess everybody talks to people all day, but the thing that I notice a lot is like, sure, the price is high, I get it, but like people are also not willing to go and either suffer a little bit. Like I literally had this lady. Obviously, I can't say any names or anything, but I had this lady who was like, I was like, if you let go of this service, I'm just trying to help you out. If you let go of this service for like 3 months, like get together your money, like you'll have enough money to pay off whatever you need, and then like get the service again. Like everything will balance out. And then they're like, no, I need this service. Bro, you don't need this service. You have food, you have water, you have a house. But like people are unwilling to go without some creature comfort sometimes. And I think pass that over is like I deserve this thing, or like I it's like a fundamental need when it's really not. Like we can suffer through some shit. If I had to go without internet, unfortunately I couldn't do the podcast. I couldn't upload or any videos. I'd figure out a way. But like I'd figure it out. Like I'm not gonna be late on rent because I need internet. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, damn. I feel like some people. I feel like as a society, sometimes we've gotten to that point with certain things.
I don't mind, right? Because I don't want to sound too crazy when I say this, but there's really not a price that I'm really not willing to pay for myself, as long as I can justify it, right? Now, when it comes to my children, I will go broke, quite literally, trying to give them the things that they not only want but need. So a good education, a Christian-based education, right? That was always one thing for me. As time progressed, I've had a different feeling. But even out the gate, I wanted him to be in a place where talking about God was not frowned upon, right? Where we didn't have debates of whether or not the children should be saying the Pledge of Allegiance, right? Where the children, I don't have to debate with them with what, should little girls be dressed like this and should little boys be dressed like that? No, you guys are going to wear uniforms. Like that's what you guys are doing. And I'm cool with that. I'm cool with it. But it's just, I feel like in this particular, so again, am I being inconsistent? Because I don't mind everything that they provide, right? I just feel like we haven't been treated very fairly with these people. And since it's a private school, we're talking about a lot more direct lines of communication with administrators and things of that sort. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm quite literally a paying customer.
Yeah, but it's interesting to me that you said that those things were a need and not a want.
What's that?
The attire, the Pledge of Allegiance, the speaking of God freely, and there was one other thing that you said. But it's interesting that you said that those are needs and not wants. Like, why would those be considered needs?
Because I believe that's not only for my kid, I truly feel that that's what we need a little bit more back into the society, right? A small dose. I get like Texas, right? I get the messaging, but I don't like the execution all the way. But we don't live in a perfect world. But these guys have the 10 Commandments in every classroom now. Right? So you have that.
And every
Right?
way, public school as well. That like went super over my head. I think that's fringe. That shit is crazy.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. But
you just said it's a need though, so why would that be crazy?
Because because public schools should be able to have people there, right? And you should be able to talk about God openly and freely, right? Do I believe that the laws of a certain religion, whether I believe in it or not, right? Do I believe that they should be hung on the walls of a classroom? No, right?
Should they be hung at the same in the classrooms that the at
At a
the
at a
school that your
private
kids are
school,
attending? Sure.
at a private Christian school, absolutely.
But
Matter of
what's the
fact,
difference? Was what I'm saying. If you said it's a
one,
need, if you said
my
it's a need and our society needs
But I
that,
think he's talking about like a specialized. This is like a
like,
specialized
but
circumstance
we
versus.
need some of this back around in the schools, right? I feel like people should be able to have these conversations. Should it be displayed on the walls of a public school? Maybe not, right? Maybe not, right? At a private school, sure. But should there at least be the like that's where I want to make sure that I put that pin there because I want to be fair to other people as well. Is teachers should not be hassled if they have a cross up in their room. Teachers should not be hassled if they have a fucking Star of David in their classroom. They should not be hassled if there's a crescent moon, right? There should not be hassles if they wear or they say, oh, I don't do X, Y, and Z and won't do X, Y, and Z in the classrooms because I have a certain religion, right? Like that should not be a fucking issue that a teacher can stand on that. And it just seems as if though that we will debate that while simultaneously debating if the kids should be saying the pledge of a fucking allegiance. It's like, whoa, like I like I know it's indoctrination and programming and whatever, like, but yes, yes, program the children to seek a higher calling and love our country. And people can fuck with me with the uniforms things. That's one thing, but I think more schools should have uniforms. Quite honestly, like
I think every school should have a uniform. I agree with you on that. I
yeah, the
think
structure and the
uniform,
uniformity.
but I disagree with everything else. I
Wait,
disagree with
why?
I
Why
don't
that?
wait, hold on. Let me ask you this with for the teacher thing, what you were talking about, cross, star, David, whatever the case may be. Are you saying that they should have these things up on display, or like if it's just on their desk for them?
No, no, if it's just on their desk for them. If we're talking about a public school, because this is my problem, because again, I want to be a little fair and try to be
No,
as
I just
consistent.
want to make sure you weren't saying like on display, like hanging
No,
up
not
in the
no, no, no,
classroom.
no, no. But if it's
Oh, okay.
like, they got their family picture, and right there's a little Star of David with their fucking little whatever thing that they're going to have, like that should not be a fucking issue. But if it's plastered all over their walls, no, no, not even the Ten Commandments, bro. Like take that to a private school. But I feel like these type of things, people should be able to. If kids want to stand up and pray before lunch, I feel like that should be extremely allowed and encouraged. If the kids need to step out for a second and say roll out their little fucking mat and say a prayer, that should not be a fucking issue. Or if kids are fasting and it's because of whatever, like that should not be an issue. Like that
Yeah,
should
we talked about that before. I
it
think we
should
all agreed on that one.
I think I'm
yeah.
talking. I think I'm talking like overall my experience. I don't think any of these are issues, but I mean it's biased. I'm going based off of just like what I.
Well, I know that's my thing too. Is like you're saying that you're corpse. You're saying that we should bring these things back into like schools, and I think I'm just having a hard time like understanding. Like, are you just talking about like kids being able to pray, or what do you like? What do you because before it was like our parents, right, when they were in school, it was like yeah, they did learn about those types of like God and shit like that. And then
Mhm.
it slowly like dwindled. And then once it got to our generation, it never happened ever. I mean, it wasn't until I was like maybe in 10th grade where people started 10th or 11th grade where people really started getting upset about the Pledge of Allegiance. So by that time, we're like already out of school. So like,
I really
and I think
never.
we turned out fine. I think we're one of the best generations.
I was gonna say I feel like I've never really heard anybody be mad at the whole Pledge of Allegiance thing.
No,
I
that was
remember it. I
definitely a thing
remember it
my
being a
senior year
very
of high.
big thing.
That was a thing senior year, and even at right after that, I remember it was like people were not standing up for the Pledge of Allegiance. People were not standing up for the Star Spangled Banner and the national anthems. They were not doing it. They were pulling the Colin Kaepernick, which by all means, but it like it truly became I mean, look at now. There's the Black National Anthem that's being sing. No problem with it. I got no quarrel with that, right? But it started. I personally think Some of that stuff started when you started having a stronger movement of people like, no, I'm not going to stand up for the Pledge of Allegiance. Matter of fact, I haven't been standing up for it, but you had those squads, um, which
But
again, I don't.
that's what that's for, right? Like that's how you're supposed to do it. That's like protesting peacefully. Like I feel like if you don't want to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, that's to me that's fine. I'm gonna stand for the Pledge of Allegiance
My
because that's how a revolution is made, bro. Like that's how change is made. By like I like that type of change.
Okay, but I'm also weary of people trying to recruit to ranks a fight that someone has no skin in, right? I will always have my own personal vendetta with cops. I hope my son never does, right? I hope he has the best relationship with cops. And I don't want to teach him to not, if he, you know, like if he's ever to see his father not stand up for the flag for some reason, and let's just say it's that reason. You kind of get what I'm treading down on that. I don't want to have him absorbed into a cause I'm fighting if he's never lived that, if he's never had that experience. You get what I'm saying? And I think we need to double down on that one a little more, right? A little more, not whilst not forgetting that there is a real fight out there. I don't want to discredit that. You get me? But that's why I feel like standing up for the Pledge of Allegiance, making sure that we teach that is the most respectful thing to do, right? And of course, people have their opinions, whatever. Uh, but I just think that's stuff that needs to be hammered home. That needs to be hammered home a little bit more. Um, Having something that you can believe in openly is, I feel, should be encouraged more. Maybe
Wait, when you say that, do you mean like religion wise in school?
I don't know how it spins out, right? But I could tell you that going from North Carolina, right, in the middle school, in high schools, I don't know, or middle school and high school, I don't know why it stopped. But we used to pray as a class before we would go to lunch.
I'm not okay with that.
Right. Now, was it weird? It was a little weird. But that prayer that we said, I still say today, you know. So there was some kind of impact left. Um I'm not about to ask a bunch of 15 and 16-year-old kids to stand up and hold hands and pray, right? Like I'm not, that's fucking kind of crazy. Where I think it might be normal though.
Thought he was about to hit the biggest butt.
But me too.
I
But
think but I think it may be normal. It should be normal. If there was kids who stood up with the teacher and was like, "Hey, guys, you guys can go ahead and be dismissed, but we're going to take a second to pray right now before we step out into the lunch lines." Right? Like, and I think the coolest thing that we could ever see is literally a whole school that all whatever however they're expressing themselves, right? Like, of course, as long as it's not vulgar or demeaning, right? Like, you guys are praising your God, you fucking say your prayers, and let's go eat. Go eat some food. Do I wish that they were all saying, saying the Lord's Prayer? Absolutely. But I don't live in that. I know I'll never live in that world. So that's that's the best I could hope to find it.
Isn't it already kind of like that? Like
No.
I feel
Absolutely
like
not.
I feel like it is.
kids can't pray at school.
We just like don't like the fact that people who don't agree with us will show it in ways that we don't like. Unfortunately, I think
I couldn't tell you the last time I saw anybody praying in public.
that's because I don't think many people pray in public.
Why?
It's just not what they like to do.
Matter of fact, why aren't kids seeing other kids doing that at school?
Because I don't think very many people are either outwardly religious to where they're going to do that in schools and out at dinner and stuff like that.
But why? Why is that an outwardly thing? Why is it that you describe it that way to me? You said it is not something that they do outwardly. Isn't everything we do outwardly? Like isn't every last thing we do outwardly?
No, I don't think
Yeah,
so.
but I just don't think religion is as prevalent as it used to be.
But I also think sometimes, at least for me, like me personally, I'll do. I feel like I'll do things in my private life that I'll just never put on camera. I'll never do in public. Like if I'm having dinner with you guys, I'm never praying, but I might do it at home. I'll pray before I sleep. But you may never know that because I'm not gonna like do it in front of you. If that makes like to me, my relationship with God is just super intimate, and I never want to be outward about it. It's just my relation. It's my thing. Does that make sense?
That makes a lot of sense to me.
That's fair. And if I and no, I could because I can see how you get there. Um, but if somebody came to you, even today, right, and said, "Hey, man, right, you're on a run. You just did this long race with everybody, right? Somebody came up to you and said, "Hey, man, I don't know if you need it or not, but we're about to do this prayer circle. Would you
Let's
like
do
to
it.
come and sit?
Yeah,
Would you?"
for sure. We'll sit. We'll chill. Well, I'll pray with you guys. Whatever. Like a quick one. Whatever.
Okay.
That'd be cool. I think. I mean,
I
I'd be
don't
like,
think I don't think any of us are saying that it's
and
a
then,
that's a
and then they're
bad
like,
thing.
and then they're
Okay,
like,
wait.
dear devil, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, whoa, wait.
Especially speaking in tongues and shit.
When now this because I have a actual personal story behind this, and this is kind of what got me here overall. When's the last time that happened to you?
I mean, probably like at church, but like probably never out and about. But I don't think people are outwardly being like, "Hey, are you Christian?" Well, some people are, but I just, I just haven't I haven't run into anybody like that.
Okay, because I like to believe that my creator is all watching, all knowing, all ominous, and powerful, and can do anything that he wants. Right? It wants. I remember I was going through it, wiping down a table at Fresco 2 on the marina.
Mm-hmm.
And the lady came up to me. She said, "You look like you need to pray." And I just remember kind of pulling my head back to look at her in the face, and she's just like looking at me, and I was like, "Matter of fact, I do." She goes, "Okay." She goes, "We're going to pray right now." She goes, "What do you need to pray about? What's on your heart?" I was like, "It's my dad, right?" And he had just passed away. And she gets to talking to me about him, right? And saying all these things that I was like, "Oh shit," right? Like, "Oh shit, this completely random person is just now praying over me." Right? Like I don't know what she saw on my face, right? So my question is why was it from that point to I couldn't tell you fucking when was the last time I just sat with somebody like, "Hey, brother, like you're talking to me about this stuff. You want to just pray about it?" Like you just like we don't even have to say words. Like we could just sit here, dead silent, and just
You're talking about
think.
like intensely intimate moments, but also I feel like that lady, that's a very specific type of person who will do something like that. I've never.
I don't think I don't like I'm not understanding what you're asking. You're like asking why doesn't it happen more?
Why? I guess so. Why is it that? Because you guys say that you agree with me that's an okay thing. There's no problem with that. But then for some reason it also seems like to me, maybe I'm not understanding, that we also feel like that happens a lot, right? That it happens enough. And so my claim is that it doesn't, because I had just pulled out.
I didn't say it happened. I have no gauge on what enough is though. Like I could care less if people did it or not.
Has that ever happened to you, Cisco?
Yeah, I've had somebody pray for me before. Yeah, I've asked you to pray for us over us before.
Yes, but besides me though, when do you think? Because I'm also curious to know. Because
My son's family is black. They pray all the time, bro.
Oh,
like they pray over everything all the time.
I love that.
But you're talking about like in nature. You're talking about like out in
Like in the wilderness. Yeah, I am.
I have no fucking clue. I have no clue. I would never deny anybody of it, but I mean, it's not like I'm walking out the door like I hope somebody prays over me today. Like I could care less. Like it doesn't happen because religion isn't as prevalent as it used to be. Because people equate religion with politics now, and it's fucking retarded.
Why do we equate prayer with religion?
Oh, I think we've had this conversation before. I was just about to say. I think it equates mainly because prayer, by its nature, I think implies some higher being that you're speaking to, some force, whether that be
Yes,
the universe or God, whatever God
but
is
that
to you.
does not require a religion.
Religion just tends to be like the layman's, like, that's the vessel in which you
But what
pray
is a
to.
prayer though? Break down to me what a prayer is. What is a prayer
I'll give
by
it to you.
definition?
I'll give it to you as heathen as I can, and so it could be as applicable as possible. Your prayer
No,
is
no, 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 no. I'm not asking for an applicable definition. I'm asking for what is the definition of prayer.
The
let
literal
me
definition?
Sure, we can go because if you
Well,
because
no,
you can
well,
make anything
you can't.
applicable.
You can't say sure. Like, what are you asking?
Well, I'm just saying, like, let's not make it applicable because then we're going out of the debate space. Like, what is a prayer?
Debate. Debate. A solemn request for help or expression of thanks addressed to God or an object of worship. That's what a prayer is.
Where does worship come from? Or
Object of
what is
worship.
religion? The worship of this entity. That's why prayer and religion go hand in hand.
of
Because what if I think that my higher being doesn't like that's not how we communicate through prayer. Like I just talked to the dude and it's like, hey, what's up, bro? Like, you got anything new coming into the world soon? Like, a prayer is like when you're asking for something. When you're like, to me, when you're asking your higher being that you worship, like, I really need this. I really need the strength to move forward and yada yada yada. However, people pray.
no. See, that's well,
Hey, read the
yes.
definition, the first line of that definition for me again. See?
A solemn request or help or oh sorry, a solemn request for help or expression of thanks addressed to God or an object of worship.
Yes. Yes. Expression of thanks addressed to God or an object of worship. That's where that's where I try to stay. Right. And that's why I wanted to make sure I backpedal a little bit when I say, because I said no, but I would say you're half right. You can go, and I feel most people do go to God with mainly their requests, right? Uh,
Or
God ain't
thanks, like the thanks part. That's why we pray over our
the
food. That's why we, pray when somebody gets better. That I agree with.
I try to make sure that every prayer I say has three facets. I need to acknowledge His grace. I need to acknowledge His mercy, and then I need to let Him know and speak out loud what it is I need from Him, right? Like what
What
it
was
is
it?
I
His grace, his what?
His
His grace,
grace,
his mercy.
His mercy, and then I can speak my one request. Allow Him to know my heart's desires,
But
right?
that, but again, also, Putch, that comes from a religious background. Like those types of prayers that you're doing and what you're thanking or recognizing come from religion, though.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't because I was even as the times of my whole as Gnosticism, it was like I know if I'm going to ask God, right? Like the universe, whatever, like if I'm going to ask of it, right, I need to be in tune with it. How am I in tune with it? Okay, well, let me recognize how it's working in my life. Like it woke me up this morning. Matter of fact, it's got my 2 feet on the fucking earth. I'm not floating off into the distance. Like I still abide by certain laws of nature here. Like I'm still alive, bro. Like this is great. Like, ooh, God, if you just let me see another day, like boom, there it is right there, right? I acknowledged its grace, I acknowledged its mercy, and I gave it its one request. Just let me have a good day, right? Let me see tomorrow. Let me live this day. Let me see tomorrow. Because this day is good. It's wonderful because you've made it and I'm living it right now.
So are you saying, okay, so let me just, so are you saying that you know that God is merciful based off of your relationship with him or based off of the word that you've read is what I'm asking.
No, based off no. My whole belief in God has came from human experience. The reason why I've chosen Christianity as a religion to pursue is because all of my experiences have become validated through the scripture that I read.
So you felt the way that you feel now prior.
Long before.
Okay.
I was a Gentile long before. Long atheist, all of it.
I was just curious because we're related. We're related. The original question was, why does prayer correlate with religion? So that's why I asked that question.
And I think that's why there's some education that needs to be done, right? Especially on that front. And there's such a hard separation of the church and state, right? In some places it's getting a little blurry. In some places I can already see the pendulum swinging one way too far, right? Like Texas. And then I've seen where it's swung too far in other directions, right? Godless states, whatever. And I don't like either of it. And I feel like we could be a little more consistent across the board, right? While not sacrificing any of our values or sacrificing, our ability to argue. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know how else to put that. Like, they say separation of church and state, right? That means like, oh, just keep it out the school. It's like, no, actually, how about we have it in the school? And this is actually the safest place that these kids can talk about it.
I feel like then you're entering like college, because like into like truly intellectually, or like even being curious spiritually isn't really something that you do until later in life. Like you're talking about like agnostic, atheist. You're going through these transitions where you really have to like mentally understand where you're going to be and fall religiously or spiritually or whatever. And no middle schooler or high schooler is going to do something like that. It's going to be in your higher like college level ages where you're really going to discover that and ideally mingle with other religions and faiths or
Ideologies.
ideologies and things like that. We're really going to figure all that up and be able to digest it all in a real way.
I agree with that statement 100%, 150%. Because think about it, if you're learning at age 6 or 8 or whatever the case may be about a certain religion, like you're not giving yourself space to really learn about anything else and make your own decision in whatever faith you, because ultimately what I believe is that like we have free will. You're allowed to believe in whatever faith you want to. If it started at a young age, your mind is somewhat already poisoned by those thoughts.
Yeah, because like
a lot of times,
because like even thinking back at growing up, I grew up going to a Christian church. I was told I was Christian my whole life, and then I don't know if I ever became fully atheist, but I definitely did, stray away quite a bit from the religion. And it wasn't until like later, I'll always give credit, Jordan Peterson gave me a good understanding of where I want my feelings on my relationship with God to be and how I would manage that personally instead of on like a church level or like a scripture level before all that, and like on more of a personal, like really how do I communicate with this entity that I believe in, if that makes sense.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I was baptized, like I grew up in the church, and then I was so fed up with it. I'm like, fuck this shit. Like, why the fuck do I, the same thing that most people go through. I mean, think about it like this, Pudge, you're in your 30s now, and you're finally like following the words of God, and like, not, I wouldn't say you're devoting yourself to your faith, but I mean, you're more devoted now than you were when you were 16.
Mm-hmm.
But because you had the free will to chase and explore and understand which faith you decided to follow.
Mm-hmm.
So
yes,
but to think that we're gonna feed that to children, like their minds are not set up for that type of. They're not. It's not wired that way.
I think that
maybe morally, maybe whatever religious morals you stand by, right? Like respect your elders and like those types of morals.
See, that's where I don't think that's a very consistent part of the conversation, though, right? Like they're young and we're drumming them down with these conversations, right? Like they have
I,
to go experience life. But at this in the same palm of hands, maybe not us in particular, right? Not us as people. But in the same bucket of crabs, we have some people who are telling these kids that, hey, you can be, you guys know what I'm saying, whatever you want. They are telling these kids, hey, you can sign this
But
document.
I think we're all consistent in where we don't believe in that either.
No, but where I see this inconsistency of
Oh,
is
I thought you were meaning inconsistency within this conversation or within this group of
no, not
individuals.
us, not us in particular, but you have this same bucket of people, right, who will say that a kid is mature enough to drive a vehicle, work a job, pay taxes, right? They can attend college courses. Matter of fact, they can sign themselves up for the military and go get themselves blowed the fuck up. But we are not setting up a safe enough space to where we can have real conversations around these things. Like, there's some propositions that got pushed through California Senate, right, with certain therapeutics and counseling services for kids. It's going to cause me to leave
what's up,
California,
Hub?
but
How
I
you doing,
hope that they use it
buddy?
properly. Um, and one of those is okay. We keep talking about counseling kids. Like, can we ever have a moment where kids maybe, like, do any of them sit and pray? Do any of them ask each other about their religious beliefs? Like, is this a safe? Why isn't this a safe place? Right, when we've created safe spaces for everything else under the sun,
But
you know.
school isn't a place for that though. Just like work isn't a place for that. If anybody ever like you go to
But
the
it's a place
water,
for
you
everything
go to the
else.
water. But what else is it a place for? I I don't understand what you're saying. Like there's a time and a place for that type of stuff. I agree. The sexuality thing, we've already talked about this, right? But we all agreed if you're gonna teach sex ed in school, then it's okay to talk about sexuality in school. We all agreed on that, from what I remember,
Mhm.
right?
I think so.
But
Yep.
but
I can't remember.
I can't
I
remember the
don't want to
but
be
exact conversation.
inconsistent.
who's to say that these kids aren't going to their counselors and praying with their counselors? Who's to say that they're not going and talking about religion with their counselors? We don't know because that's their safe space. So what if this thing that you're so against with the counseling and things of that nature, what if it's doing exactly what you want it to do?
Good job with the optimism.
I'm just saying, like we don't know, right? Because that's a private space.
No, I could gnaw on that bone a little bit more, but I'm all right. It's okay.
I mean, I'm just saying, what is really happening in schools that we're so against besides the sexuality thing? Besides that, what else is happening in schools that we're just like, yeah, this should not be happening in schools?
Okay, for example, there's a new law that just got put through California Senate that now they're expanding on what is deemed as people who can
Oh, sign your kids out, right? Is that the one
Bro,
you're
signing
bringing
your
up?
I
kids out.
heard
I haven't read the whole thing
I
yet, so
heard
I don't know exactly what it is.
I heard Charlie Kirk I heard Charlie
Cool.
Kirk categorize this as an easier way of kidnapping. Um
I
who
don't I have to read into it, but I don't think it's what everybody thinks it is. There's
Julisa's
no way.
read more into it from what she's told me. I pulled up the thing too, so I want to read through it as well. But we were actually just talking about this. There are, I think, reasonable safeguards to what they're presenting. There are things like the original guardian. There has to be like a pretty extreme set of circumstances for anything like this to be triggered, like incarceration, deportation. We're talking about like severe levels of like illness where they're just incapable of providing for their child or like giving consent for whatever they need for their child. The parent, as long as they're still alive, can give the consent to a third party, and the third party participant needs to be living with the child. and so it's not like they could just be living on their own, things like that.
Yeah, it's not like some random Joe Schmo who knows your child's first and last name can go to the school and be like, "Hey, I'm here to pick up such and such," and sign them out. Like that will never happen. Ever.
There's also some stuff. Well, hold on. There's also some stuff when you look into what the new guidelines and new provisions that are given to the counselors when making official decisions for students. Sydney's aunt is a teacher at the school, and they came by and were talking to us about it and was kind of trying to let us know, like, hey, this is what the possibilities are. Like, this is how this impacts the schools, and this is what we're trying to, like, stay in front of. And so there's a lot, bro. There's a lot. So there is stuff. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of different stuff. Not only that, right? Let's get into I can get into this because this happened at my school in particular. At CI, right, they allowed the kids to have a Harry Potter class where they literally earned high school credits, right, for playing Quidditch in the fucking quad. Best class ever, right? I don't want to knock that. Probably coolest fucking class of all time, right? Great. But I mean, I know people who aren't allowed to read those books because it's deemed sorcery. I know a lot of Catholics that aren't allowed to read those books because it's deemed as witchcraft, right? Like, but then it's kind of like, so you can force this because it's a make-believe story that somebody made up, right? But this thing is a made-up fake story that people made up, right? Like, but we can't.
I don't understand the point you're trying to make. Like, what's being forced?
There's like stark.
You're gonna tell me a Harry Potter class was not an elective?
But also, there's a stark difference between like a Harry Potter book that the fan base is very dedicated to versus an entire like religion where you could say that like the story is made up, but people base their life around it. Like it's a very different dynamic, I feel.
Yeah,
I have a tattoo of it.
Sure, yeah, but you're not reading Harry Potter and being like, this is how I'm gonna have my moral compass.
Hold on, and this is because what brought this whole thought back up into my head is, and I did this one day really high, but I think that Harry Potter is the second highest selling book of all time next to the Bible. And that's why I use that as an example.
Give me 2 seconds.
It's literally why I use that one as an example.
Are you going to tell me the Harry Potter class wasn't an elective?
It was an elective.
So you're not forcing anything.
So can we not have, so hold on. But you're I think you're still kind of missing a little bit where I'm talking as my talking point. Is the talking point is that's allowed in the school. It's literally applicable to if somebody graduates or not. Like that could be a deciding factor, that class, right? Like that class could be one of the deciding factors of what your GPA looks like, that class, right?
Sure.
I mean,
so
but
we're
then,
allowed.
But then, like we're talking about like electives in general, just not being credited. Like, would you want no electives to be credited towards?
I'm just saying, is it not fair? Is it for any kid who might be interested, right? Do you think if they did a Bible study elective or a Quran study elective or a Torah study elective or whatever the fuck type of elective, right? Buddhist fucking whatever. How would that land in comparison? Do you think, especially here in California?
Putch, is any parent going to have an issue with their kid doing art? No. Is any parent going to have a issue with their kid doing photography? No. Is anybody gonna have any parent gonna have an issue with their kid doing dance? No. What about auto shop? No. Now, if you came up to me and said, like a religion-based class is a necessity, right? Electives are a necessity in high school.
Like a gym.
I'm gonna say why, like that morally. You're pushing it, right?
How? If it's an elective, it's just accessible.
The only elective left.
How? I mean, I don't know how kids get forced into taking a Harry Potter class.
But we're also this is the point that I was trying to make, though. You said that church and state should be separated, right?
A little bit, yeah. Supposed
to. Should it or should it not?
I think that there should be a certain level of separation, yes, but
So what's the gauge?
I think where we have a problem is that the kids are so far removed from anything, right? That like to your guys' example, and I think this is maybe more where I have more of a problem with it, is that we're taking a bunch of young kids who have no belief really in anything, right? Like it's all they know is what their parents have forced down their throat. And what I'm hoping to encourage, right, is a place where they could sit amongst their peers, people who are going through a similar thought train as them. Sit around, talk about it, have somebody that they can ask questions who's a little more versed in it, right? Like, hey, what does this mean right here? What does that word actually mean? And they go through it, right? Take that same student and then stuff them in college, where then they're hit by bills and college fucking pressure. Like some of these kids who are going to college have never even been outside of their state. They've never even been outside. I mean, we know.
You're making my point way more easy right now with what you're saying.
No, I think you stuffing them into that situation with no other grounds other than, oh, this is just what my parents have taught me. I think that's the most dangerous thing. From that point and anything less than that, I think is horrible.
Well, okay. I'll find a common ground with you then. Extracurricular, like Bible study club, sure. Christian club, Catholic club.
Well, wait,
sure.
because clubs are not extracurriculars. Those are just like, those are clubs. I think those are different. No, like because I had like a digital photography like class, but I don't think it was. No, actually, that might have been an extracurricular. That was a class though.
Should the Harry Potter class should that have been an elective? Can I ask you that?
No.
Okay.
Wait, what?
At least
the Harry Potter class should not have been an elective. That should have been an extracurricular.
So.
It should have been a club.
No, let it be an elective. What? There's alternative electives. If you don't want to take weightlifting, you take basketball. If you don't want to take basketball, it's general physical ed. If you don't want to do that, then you could do another elective. There's different options, but it's
art, Photoshop, like all the shit that I was saying. Here we go. A Harry Potter class as an elective.
Sure. If the student body has,
if it was theater maybe, and then you guys. Your
biggest argument is that it's not general enough. But the fact that you have a general student body that enough to supply a physical class and to supply a teacher in it, why not? You have the demand there.
Sure. There is I'm not saying there's no demand on it, or that it's crazy that there's a demand on it. The question was, do I think that should have been an elective where you gain credits to make it out of school? No, I don't.
That's where I have a problem.
I don't.
At least here in Oxnard, I have a real life example.
Why?
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's niche. How is that? Like, what progress? What? Let me ask you a question. What course in college can you take about Harry Potter?
I hate
in college you could have anime class. Like
you could do anime class about whatever.
But to do anime,
no, that are completely elective. You could, if you want to do that class, you can do it. It's a class that you pay money for.
What is Harry Potter class going to do for you in the future?
It'll help
at least in art, you can become an artist. Photography, you can become a photographer. 3D design, you can learn about fucking making clay or being an engineer. Auto shop, you fucking know how to work on cars. Like all of those are to help you progress in life. If you're elective to do whatever one of those things will help you move forward in life.
I think you can have
how the fuck is Harry Potter?
You can make the same
how is Harry Potter going to help you
reading
move
the
forward
books? It can make you. It could pique your interest within the world of writing. If you're watching the movies, it can spark your interest in the world of film to become a videographer.
Then you can say that any fucking movie franchise should be an elective. So why don't we have Harry Potter, Jurassic Park?
If the student body allowed for it,
fucking retarded.
You know what? Retarded. You know what? You fucking sinners need to take a second and pray, because you guys are fighting over whether or not a stupid Harry Potter thing should be an elective. But you guys aren't fighting for the board.
I'm saying
you gotta need
the
to fight for all.
The
But
part it doesn't make
I'm
sense.
giving you.
Your,
But I'm
your
giving you
argument is the
common
fact that it's
ground.
niche. Like that's it. Like it doesn't. It
You need
doesn't
to
really
fight
make
for our
sense.
Lord and Savior and
I'm
pray
just
for
saying, like,
yourselves, you sinners.
I just don't agree that it should have been an elective class. A club, yes. I'm staying consistent in what I'm saying because I also don't think that there should be a course in middle or high school to teach about religion. If you
So
want
my
to, if you want to dabble in it and join a club to see what maybe they're talking about, by all
like
means, go
so
ahead,
my
create
thing
that.
is I want my children to be curious, correct? And so when I first heard about the Harry Potter thing, people thought I'd be excited because again I have a tattoo on my body of Harry Potter, whatever. I'm not, right? And my thing is because when I say, well, why don't they do like a Bible class or this class where people can express it's like met with animosity, right? Cool, whatever. How my problem, especially with something like Harry Potter, right? Like, and I love Harry Potter. I read the books, right? How much more devoted can you be to that book before kids, right? Like, what are we doing? Like, what are we really doing? Again, like to Save's point, right? How is this bettering you for anything? How is this preparing you for life or college? How is this any of this, right?
I don't. Okay, go ahead.
But I can make that same argument that if I say, okay, Save, but if I put this Bible in front of me, I can open up to literal scriptures where I could, if I told you, hey bro, you read the scripture every single day and you'll see a change in your life, or oh bro, there's a scripture right here. If you read these 10 commandments every single day of your life, you don't even have to believe in the God, just live those words and you're going to live a pretty good fucking life, bro, right? Like I think we can all agree to not rape and murder and steal from people and shit like that. Like I think that's pretty basic.
I was gonna say, sorry, really quick too. I think I like the idea of like an elective being something that isn't necessarily going to build your future as like horrible, maybe bad and useless as that sounds. Life isn't always about like getting to your goal, as much as like maybe we'll disagree on that.
Life isn't
Life,
always about getting to your goal. That's a
yeah,
crazy statement.
life sometimes is
That's
about
clippable.
just enjoying it. Is about
Mhm.
expressing yourself. It's about, hey, you know what? I'm here. God bless. Let me draw some bullshit that doesn't mean anything that I'm gonna find mad enjoyment over, and nobody's gonna fucking like it, but I'm gonna like it.
I agree with that. I
But
can agree with that.
that's why I think sometimes like yeah, all the bullshit with school because you got to go through all your core classes and all the bullshit that you have to do. I like that there's shit that like I played basketball. I just had fun with it. It wasn't like a serious thing. I'm glad it counted towards like my overall graduation capabilities. But like, am I gonna be an NBA star? Fuck no. So
That's fair.
I think Harry Potter class could be cool. People could like be so invigorated by a niche that they'll very much enjoy.
I'm not saying it's not cool though, Damien. I'm not. I think that's
I'm just
badass.
saying
I
that's
think it's
why
sick as fuck.
I think it was
But
good for it
also,
to be an elective.
sure, the question that was asked to me was, do I think it should have been an elective? My answer is no. Do I think it's badass? Yes. Would I, if it was an elective for at my school, would I have taken it? Absolutely. But as an adult now, do I think that that should be an elective?
But if
No, I
Peanut came to
don't.
you and said, can I join as an elective this Harry Potter class? I really want to join it. What would you say?
Sure, he can do whatever the fuck. If there was a Bible class at his, if there was a Bible class at his school that he wanted to join, and he asked me to join it, would I say no? No, go learn what you want to learn. But again, it's at his free will.
Mm-hmm.
That's the difference. That's always my argument, right? If Peanut tells me that he wants to go learn something, go and learn it. Learn what you want to learn. It's his life. I mean, obviously, let's stick to the fucking main shit, and you're gonna respect people and care and be loving and all this shit. But if you're not hurting anybody, by all means, go learn what the fuck you want to learn. I have no issue with it. If it's offered, go, and you wanted to learn it, go. I would never force anything like that on him. I would never tell him, no, you cannot go to a fucking Harry Potter class. You got to go take 3D design.
Yeah.
I don't know. I used to really think that, and then now, like, the more I've sat down and really, like, too much freedom, I think is a
Whoa.
problem sometimes. Too much freedom that we give our children. too much. And I know him in high school is a far way away. Like, but I think
But
like
that's the difference is he's given me no reason to take his freedom away until he
yeah,
shows a behavior where he cannot handle the type of freedom that he gets. That's when
like
consequences come into play.
Peanut likes baseball, right?
Mhm.
Right, and you guys love the
Mhm.
Padres, and Padres come up and said, "Yo, Peanut, we're gonna take you first round B, but you got to take this cooking class for your last semester." He's taking the fucking cooking class.
Sure.
Who cares how we feel about men cooking, right? Like,
What's wrong with men cooking?
Yeah, what
no,
the
I'm just
fuck?
saying, like, no,
That's
I
Oh,
remember
bullshit.
my dad when my dad found out I was taking a cooking class. He's like, "For what?" I was like,
what was the point? What point were you trying to make right there?
"So that
He's just
even
saying,
if Peanut didn't want to take the fucking cooking class, you're going to look at him and say, "Baby, you're taking the cooking class. The
No,
Padres are
no,
taking
no, 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 no. No, I would not. No, I would not.
no shot."
I would say, I would tell him, son, do you want to play? We've literally been training your whole life, son, to be playing for a major league baseball team. This is what I would tell him. If he was, let's just say the cooking class was something that he was so against, did not want to take cooking, didn't fought me tooth and nail for it. I say, listen, son, you can play for your hometown team who you've been watching since you were a kid, and all you have to do is take a cooking class. They're going to take you in the first round. Or if this team is willing to take you first round, then there's going to be other teams. You have to be okay with where you go. You've wanted to play for the Padres since you were a little kid. And all you have to do is take this step and do cooking class, or you can go anywhere else. It's your choice what you want to do. I don't give a fuck it's his life, bro. Like, I don't think you understand that. It's his life. I'm here to guide him and give him the principles of how to live life. And then at the end of it, like, my hands are tied. He has to make his own decisions. I cannot make decisions for him at that age. Maybe I can help him make the decision, but at the end of the day, I want it to be whatever the fuck. He has to live with whatever decision he makes at the end of the day. I would not force him to take a cooking class.
that's
I
really
might
good.
like
That's really
try and
cool.
nudge him a little bit, like, son, all you gotta do is like learn how to make scrambled eggs and shit. You know what I mean?
He's
But
getting signed up.
at the end of the day, it's his fucking choice, bro. I wholeheartedly believe that. I never want to be one of those parents that's like, I fucked up all these years in high school or whatever growing up that now I have to like live through him. I never want to be that type of parent ever.
Did you ever want to play baseball?
No, I wanted to play basketball.
Basketball's fun.
I love baseball though. I love watching him play baseball. And every season I tell him, "Are you sure you still want to play baseball? I'm going to sign you up for baseball camp if you want to go. Do you want to go? Yeah, okay, I'll sign you up for baseball camp. Do you want to take fall ball off so you can do whatever you want and go back and play regular season? I don't know, Dad. Okay, just know if we play fall ball, it's going to be fun and you're going to be able to keep up your fundamentals so we can be competitive in regular season. Okay, yeah, I want to play fall ball. Okay, we'll sign you up for fall ball." It's his decisions, bro. It's his decisions. Now, I'm not the type, like, I'm not gonna let him decide when he goes to sleep. I'm not gonna let him decide if he wants to go to school or not. Like, that's different, right? Like, guiding principles.
We just want to be consistent, right?
Gotta be consistent.
I agree with that. Fuck being consistent. No, I
We gotta make his own
mean,
choices.
I think you can be consistent so far as that, like, you believe in whatever it is. But I feel like if you have to pause and be like, wait,
He's 7, bro. He can't make the decision if he goes to school or not.
no, I'm talking about like on an like.
No, I'm talking to
us.
Corpse because he's
Oh.
fucking laughing. He's being a dickhead.
I love it. I just love where we draw the line, bro. It's like, hey, no, you're going to school every day. You're going to get up, you're going to get your ass to school. But Padres, dude, first round pick and just take the fucking.
But that's
class,
that's a
Like
life,
later in life.
and he's gonna be a grown man by that time.
You ain't even got to pass the class. You just got to take it. Just take the fucking class.
It's up to him.
Okay.
I mean, I would think that he's not the smartest bulb in the box if he didn't take a cooking class to play with his hometown team. But what if he
God.
really like wants to go play for like the Braves or something? You know what I mean? and the Braves are in his ear telling him that they're gonna pick him up
I could
too. Like,
I could understand that. I could understand that's a little more of a detail, but I think I'm gonna say this about it, and I'm gonna have to go. But I think maybe this could just be for instead of my prayer. Um, my kids are gonna do whatever they want regardless. So I'm going to push them towards what I think is best for them. Not not because of something I want for myself, but what I've prayed about, things that I hope that I see as revelation, right? And push them towards that. Whatever it is. Um and if I'm wrong, it's okay because my babies are still going to do whatever they want regardless. And if they stay on the path, they're going to get there regardless. And I just know I could die never saying I wish I would have.
Like,
Right? Like I wish I would have.
not to get into like a whole nother conversation. I was gonna say I feel like that's a very like dangerous game.
I was just about to say the same thing. I think I think that is a very because I'll tell you like this, and this is why I am the way that I am with Peanut, because I had that mindset. I'm gonna push him to what I think is best, what I think is best for him. But the last thing that I want is for my son to be fucking 25 years old and look at me one day and just be like, Dad, when I was like 16, I really wanted to do this, but I was like scared of what you were gonna think if I wanted to do that. Or I decided not to go that route because you were like really showed me that you wanted me to go this route, and like now I'll never know what it was like if I would have went that route.
Yeah,
And
no,
as
I
much
don't
as I
wanna,
want to be a dad and be like, well, you can go do it now, son. It's like, yeah, we're fucking 10 years too late. You know what I mean? Like, that's what scares me about like pushing him to do what I think is best for him. It's a fine line to walk. I think that you can do it with success. I think that you personally can do it with success. I just think that it is a very fine line, personally.
Yeah,
yeah,
and
no,
oh,
no, go
sorry,
ahead.
I was gonna say it too. I think when you just another lesson from JP. He's the goose that keeps giving, bro. He really is. If only his brain didn't turn to fucking mush. Um, I think there's real power. Like there's power in choices you make and the mistakes that you make, sticking for like your life. That when you feel that somebody has laid out that choice for you to some degree. And I'm not saying that you're always going to feel that, because it might be, like Save said, like 10 years in the future, and you look back and you're like, I don't know if I made that choice. It might have been a choice that could have been better for me, even, but I didn't make it. And you kind of feel a little, I think you can start to feel a little powerless of like, well, are any of the choices I make good ones, or are all of them like laid out before me, and how much responsibility do I have in my life for the good things and the bad things? I think there's immense power in that.
Yeah, I don't. I guess I feel different watching Elijah do combat sports now, and he's getting strangled by somebody, and then 2 minutes later he has to get back on his feet and do it all over again, and I have to tell him to keep fighting. Like, I can't let him just walk off the mat. Like, that's just not allowed. So it's like, bro, you get it.
It's not the same though. And here's why I'll tell you. Here's why I'll tell you it's different, right? And again, I'm not like criticizing your parenting or anything like that, right? I want to just be clear that I'm not doing that. But Peanut got hit in the face and he got his teeth knocked out at baseball. And I picked him up and I took him to the dugout, and he cried for maybe a minute and a half. And the first thing he said to me was, "Can I go take my base?" I didn't tell him, "You need to go back out there. Your team's counting on you." I didn't tell him I gave him no idea that I wanted him to get back out there. But in his own free will, he said, "Can I go take my base?" Like, that's what I'm saying. I don't have to sit there and encourage him and tell him what to do. I have to be the guiding principle so that he can make the decision to get up and get back out there himself.
I get that. And I get the point that you make too of like, if he ever wanted to join the chess club, he's going to join the chess club. Like that's, that's what he's going to do, right? What I believe to be the real guiding purpose is I can't I just the more I look at him and the more I watch these babies grow up, it's I can't let them fall through the cracks, right? The further and further that they're going to get off into society, right, and begin to make their own choices and become their own little people, right? All I can tell them is keep fighting, right? Keep swimming, keep your head above the water. Like, bro, I've been teaching these babies how to ride bikes and swim and all the shit. Like, and it's like these same very few principles. It's like, yo, guys, we only get so many shots at this. Keep fighting. Like, we only get so many chances. There's only so many chances that we get. Like, and so, yeah, I don't want to make it seem like, now he does jujitsu, so now he's going to do that for the rest of his life. Like, nah, bro. Like, no. But whatever it is that you decide to do, right, or that you want to chase, we're going to take it to the fucking max. Like,
Okay, that I agree with. If
like
you're gonna be a chess player, you're gonna be the best fucking chess player. If you want to play baseball, like we're going. Like if you tell me that you want to play baseball, we're gonna devote your time to baseball because this is a decision that you made. You wanted to do this, so we're gonna get the most out of it. That I agree with. I agree with that 100%.
Like we let him ditch practice to go to the fair, and I wasn't too happy about it. But I was like, whatever. Like he could go. He's little. Like, you know what I mean? He's little, and he's been doing good. He's been getting better, and
but that's also where you have to get that fine line that they're kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
My dad told me that when we went to the fair, right? I was like, fuck, we spent hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars, bro.
Yeah.
And I talked to my dad about it the next day, and he was like, you're not gonna get that time back. We can get money all the time, but you're not. Like, look how happy the kids were when you were there. And I thought about it, and I was like, you know what, Dad? I wish you were around more. Like, fuck.
Mhm.
But yeah, make the time of it. But yeah, we're people. We're gonna fuck up. We're gonna fuck up with our kids, bro.
Yeah.
I know for a fact we're gonna fuck up with our kids.
Mhm.
Yep.
All right, close this out, D.
Yo, listen, everybody. Thank you so much for watching and listening and subscribing wherever you listen. Whether you're here for a minute, an hour, the whole time, or you're watching it on the playback, I appreciate you nonetheless. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to Save and Putch from my two co-hosts. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Thanks, guys, for watching. This was a fun episode, a good episode. See, this is the type of thing that I like. And when I talk about the podcast, when people are like, "Oh, you do a podcast?" I'm like, "Yeah, I just talk with my two of my greatest friends, and we can just like push each other and not get mad. And we know that like Putch knows I know that he's a fucking great dad, and Putch knows that Damien and I stand behind him in the faith that he follows. We're never gonna joke on him about that at all. But it's okay to like question ideas and question what other people think. And it's the exact reason why Corpse wants shit like that in schools, because we should be allowed to have open conversations about whatever the fuck we want, whenever the fuck we want. So thank you guys to everybody who's watching, and I like conversations like this. It's fun. It's very, very fun because there's nobody's wrong in this conversation. That's what I like about it. But we'll see you guys next week. As always, you guys stay healthy, stay happy. I love you. Keep smiling. See you guys in the next one.
Big corpse collection. 0 save. It's a Monday, but we're doing the usual Tuesday on a Monday podcast. You guys, thank you always. Yeah, I actually just dropped like 3 new designs on the store. And I got the adult stuff, I got some kids stuff, and then I got to get the adult stuff made into kids stuff, and then kids stuff made. So this.
Did you drop the one that you showed us? Because I'm gonna have to cop that one.
The one with the little boys skateboarding.
Yeah.
Yes, I dropped that one, and then I have one with the Rowdy Rough Boys, and then I have another one with Mumra from Thundercats, and then I have another one with the girl skater. So there's a lot.
But I do want to say the only way your orders get put through if you use 0% spelled
Save
out.
one at
That's the
discount.
only
Save
way it
one
gets
on your
shipped
discount
out.
code. Save one.
And you get some cheddar off. So I mean, if you wanted to get there, you can use my code, or if you don't want it to get there and it's late and it's probably dirty because Save wore it a couple of times, you could use Save's discount code too.
Listen, if you want some lightly worn clothes by your boy, use Save one at checkout. It'll it's like if you stole a sweater out of my closet or something.
But if you want a 0% chance of you looking lame, you use 0% at checkout.
Damn,
That's crazy.
damn, that's a good one. But if you want to be saved, like Corpse wants everybody to be, you use Save one at checkout. We can go at this all day, bro.
Actually, I hope and do pray that whatever people find, that it saves them from whatever enslaves them. Yeah, that's what I think that's kind of, yeah. If anything, I guess that's what's been on my mind, and that's what I'll leave. I really hope and pray that whatever refuge, sanctuary, or chains that need to be broken in your life, I hope that they are. I pray that they are. Yeah, and I pray for it today, tomorrow, every day, always. Yeah. Till next time. All right, boys.
You guys later, bro. Love y'all. Be safe.
Be safe. Be safe. Artie Chattington, yo, I gotta go shower. I gotta go shower. I want it seems, but if this it was a nightmare. Kinda thought they might care. Cause it feels like yesterday was a year ago. Alrighty, peace out, guys. Be safe. Thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you like that small little concert there. I shall